Right, so today what I wanted to do was talk about everything that was shown off, released, not released, nothing was released. Well, some stuff was released, but everything that was shown off at both the Xbox thing that they did. Obviously, I'm not going to be talking about the Xbox exclusive stuff because I'm a PlayStation player. Even if I did care about the Xbox exclusive stuff, I'm not going to be able to play it. Also, I'm going to be talking about Summer Games Fest stuff and possibly some stuff that was shown off in the State of Play. I did talk about the State of Play games on stream in depth, so I'm probably not going to go as in depth on that. All I will say is that Marvel Rivals, because it's going to be free, it's a definite pick up for me. Even if it ends up being something that I don't like, it's free, so I'm not really losing anything out of that. I might end up loving it. I mean, Multiverses I was skeptical about, I ended up loving. And Disney Speedstorm, although one of my most recent videos is me deleting the game, I previously got it. I've recently gotten back into it and I'm having fun with it again, and I'm starting to learn to accept that that's the state of the game that's going to be in it, and I just won't engage in all of the microtransaction stuff. But I mean, V Rising came out yesterday, I think. This is something that very much looks like it's in my wheelhouse. It very much looks like something that I would 100% be into. So I don't know if there's any interest in seeing this on the channel, in seeing specifically me play this. Obviously, I want to see a bit more gameplay. I want to see a bit more what the game is actually like. But me personally, it looks like something I'm definitely into. So going into all the stuff that was shown off at Summer Games Fest, and obviously there's some stuff here that was shown off at other things as well. We're just gonna blitz through these, and instead of just doing a reaction to Summer Games Fest, the full show, because a lot of people have already seen it now, I thought I'd just go through here because there's a nice comprehensive list on the PlayStation Store of all of the games and showing them off. I thought I'd rather go through that instead of just going through a play-by-play of what was at the show, because the show itself, it's long. A lot of it was a bit boring. So yeah, and I obviously I love Jeff Keighley, but some of the stuff there was, a little bit not my cup of tea. Black Myth Wukong is a game I know next to nothing about, which I think is a good thing. But this guy, the Monkey King or whatever he is, he's been getting a lot of play recently. Like there's Lego sets on that kind of like Monkey Kid, Monkey King kind of Chinese mythology thing. This kind of Chinese mythology has been getting a lot of play recently, and I like that because it's just something interesting. Like every time you see a game like this, it's either Greek or Norse mythology now. So getting another like new a new mythology that isn't really shown off that much in media is great to see. However, it looks like it's a Souls-like, and that doesn't really interest me that much. It's not something I'm personally into, but you know, for the people that like this kind of thing, I'm glad that they're getting this. I'm glad that they're getting something different out of it. But for me personally, I don't know. I'll probably wait for it to be a little bit cheaper, or wait for it to be one of the free games on PlayStation Plus, because I don't have the interest in the genre of games to jump into it with the full premium price tag. Street Fighter 6, this was shown off because they're adding M. Bison, they're adding Terry, Elena, and May. Adding Terry and Elena, like, Final Fight, or... Is it Final Fight? Fatal Fury. I know it was FF something. Yeah, adding those. M. Bison looks friggin' fierce, by the way. M. Bison looks like an absolute monster. Just look at him on that horse. Like, it's a similar kind of idea to what they've done with Akuma, just making him an absolute monster. Which I like, but I'm already playing Mortal Kombat 1. I kind of locked in with that being my fighting game of choice. Between that and Multiverses, I think I'd just get confused if I added another fighting game into the mix. I like that it's on sale at the moment. It's over half price at the moment, so anyone who is interested in picking this up, I'd say do it. Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. This is the hack and slash army builder. Like, kind of like God of War meets Pikmin. Which, to me, sounds great. This sounds like one of the coolest things. And it comes out in basically a month. And there's no, like, deluxe edition either, which I love to see. It's just straight, like, 40 quid, there's the game. Nothing needed. In-game purchases. That's a worry. What do they mean by in-game purchases? I hope it's not a live service thing. That's all we need, another live service thing. Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is something that I've wanted to pick up for a while. That price tag is rough. Obviously it's rough. For it to be that expensive and also have in-game purchases worries me. And the expansion is an extra 50 quid on top of it. So £70 is rough enough. The expansion is another 40. It's another 35 or 50. Or 76. There better be a lot of expansion. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, a lot of expansion. But yeah, I think I'll just wait for this to be extremely... Oh, this is... including... So it's that price tag because it's including... Okay, I get it now. I get that now. Okay. I'm fine with that then. If it's including the expansion as well, I totally get the price tag now. Completely get it. That's fine for me. What's not fine for me is new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 being 70 quid on its own, including that they've got in-game purchases as well. This is terrible to me. This is sick, I think. Honestly, and not in a good way. I mean, the game looks beautiful. Of course it does. It looks like an actual movie, but Like, you can get 2 weeks shopping for this amount of money. Are you going to get 2 weeks shopping, or are you going to get the same game that you bought 2 years ago again? What are you going to do? And then £100 for open beta early access, Woods Operator Pack, Hunters v Hunted Operator Mode, Master. I mean, you're getting a lot. Fucking Season 1. So this is going to have seasonal content as well. There's going to be like a live service, cross-gen kind of thing. I hate that. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty anyway. I never have been. I've never been a fan of... I've never been a fan of first-person shooters in general. I mean, I dabble in Destiny 2, but that's very rarely that I even think about Destiny 2. But yeah, that is rough to me. I can't think of anything good about that. Honestly, I mean, people who play Destiny, people who play Call of Duty will buy anything. I think, and people that are into Call of Duty will just lap anything up because they're freaking brainwashed into thinking that's okay, to thinking that every game is worth that price and worth the amount of money, when it's not. Obviously. Yeah, it's just not my thing. Sonic X Shadow Generations is my thing, but I think this exacerbates a problem that is in... This exacerbates a problem maybe this isn't it. No, I don't want to go immediate payment. Yeah, this isn't... Like, yeah, having to pay extra for additional level and skin for Shadow, I don't like. But there's other things that I've seen from other games that are like, play the game 3 days early, play the game 2 days early. And it's like, that kind of stuff makes me ill. That kind of stuff makes me sick to my stomach. It's horrible. But this is not great. Skill points. You're paying an extra £10 for skill points? What, do you think I'm a mug? Tell me this now, Sega. Frickin' Sega of America Incorporated. Do you think I'm a mug? Do you think I'm an idiot? Nah. That's got scummy written all over it. I'm sorry. I mean, oh, it's not crossing into like the stupid amounts of money, but still, I don't think skill points is worth an extra £10. What even is this? Oh, this is like a... Yeah, this is like a bullet hell. Cool. I didn't realise that bullet hells were even coming out anymore. And it's cheap as well. It's a cheap bullet hell, which obviously it's going to be. They're not going to release a... Not going to release a freaking... They're not going to release a... Something I find funny about the arachnophobia thing they put spiders on boxes to show like any for like an arachnophobia warning. If you're gonna do it for arachnophobia, do it for every phobia. B, like if a game makes you feel specifically claustrophobic, there should be a claustrophobia warning. Or like a tryptophobia warning for any game that's got a lot of holes in it. But yeah, they've got that, but they have to put the arachnophobia warning on whenever they make a Spider-Man game. And it's like, if you're afraid of spiders, you're not then afraid of Spider-Man. I know plenty of people who went to see No Way Home were completely fine with it, and they got arachnophobia. But they have to put the arachnophobia warning on a Spider-Man game. Because Spider-Man. They're not afraid of the word. It's like people who are allergic to peanuts. They're not afraid of... They still have to put, you know, friggin' may contain nuts on a packet of peanuts. It's not the same thing, obviously, but, you know, I'm sure anyone who has a peanut allergy, A, knows what peanut looks like, B, knows not to buy a packet of peanuts, and knows that a packet of peanuts will have nuts in it. I don't know. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. We saw nothing for this, basically. And, like I said before, I'm already in deep on the... I'm already in deep on the, friggin' Mortal Kombat 1 train at the moment. So I don't want to add any more fighting games to that. Flintlock Siege of the Dawn. What even is this? Oh, this is the Wolf game. Is it? No, this is the Wolf-like platformer thing. Character action platformer thingy. Yeah, sure. And this kind of stuff I love anyway. If the traversal is good, if it has like a cool like movement system, then, because that's what it looks like anyway. If it's not just another, because too many character action games are just Souls-likes now. So yeah, this looks freaking cool, actually. So yeah, that's my cup of tea. Wholeheartedly. This is basically just a new Persona. I'm glad it's not egregiously priced. I take that back. £90 is extremely egregious. It seems to be Sega that's doing this shit. But yeah, new Persona, or what essentially is going to be a new Persona. Because it even looks like it's going to have that kind of like Pokemon, like, got a collect 'em all kind of thing to it as well. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if it's a day one thing for me. I mean, almost nothing is a day one thing for me anymore. But yeah, that certainly looks interesting. Unknown Nine Awakening. What even is this? Oh yeah, no, I know what this is. I feel like I know. I feel like I recognize this woman. Is this like a game that's using a celebrity as the main character again? Or... Like that weird EA Originals, the Immortals of Avium game. That used as celebrity. And obviously Star Wars Jedi Survivor did as well. Is this another game like that? Because I feel like... I can't remember who this is, but I feel like this is someone... I feel like this is an actress or something from somewhere else. I might be completely wrong, but I feel like it is. I don't know. Or... Tell you what. She looks like freaking Chloe. Not Chloe. Is it Chloe from Uncharted? Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'm an idiot. This is what I thought was stupid. So you're getting, for pre-ordering, you're getting 6 early characters and you're getting exclusive new character, right? The six characters that you're getting is Gogeta, Gogeta Super Saiyan, and Gogeta Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Now, and then you're getting Broly Super Saiyan, Broly Super Saiyan Full Power. This may be me showing off that I know absolutely nothing about Dragon Ball. First off, if Broly and Gogeta are getting that many, like, offshoots and, like, spin-off characters, and, like, are getting that many, like, alternates, how many is Goku gonna have? How many is Krillin gonna have? How many are Vegeta gonna have? Like, the main characters. Obviously, a lot of people really like Broly, and they really like that movie that Broly was in. But yeah, this would interest me, because I have a passing interest in Dragon Ball. I think it's cool. I've always wanted to sit down and watch it properly, but like it's an investment. To be honest, it's like a massive investment. But this, like, 3 days early access, and you're paying extra for a season pass that you're gonna have to pay extra for later. So you know that that's like an investment that's gonna go on over time. That's basically like a season pass is just saying you have to treat this game like a job for the next, like, month and a bit. That's the one thing that I can't get over for multiverses. It's the one thing I can't get over for Disney Speedstorm is fine for it, because the season pass takes so little time to get through that I'm fine for it. This, however, sucks. I think. And this is so egregious. Ultimate Upgrade Pack. What does that mean? Ultimate Edition bonus. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? How does that change the game? Tell us what we're buying. If you're going to charge £105 for something, tell us what we're buying. Doom the Dark Ages, obviously a lot of people very excited for this. I've never played a Doom game. Again, FPS, not my forte. Although Doom is like the one FPS that I really like. That I like the look of. Because it's not just a boring war. It's like sci-fi, high sci-fi, like really cool enemy designs. And that, obviously, that interests me in a way, but it hasn't interested me enough to go out and buy the other 2 games. I might, though. I might. Slitherhead, I did see the trailer for this, and it looks good. It looks interesting. Like, the idea of being able to kind of transfer yourself from one person to another, so there's not like one specific player character, and you're constantly changing who you are, and you can change who you are mid-fight. Like that's cool. The game did also look janky as hell. I mean, it's made by like one person, so I can get that. But I think, unlike anything else, this felt like it was made by one person. Or it felt like it was made by a smaller, like, B team. It didn't feel like... It felt like one of those games that you'll see on Steam for like £1. Speaking of that, we're getting to some of those later. But yeah, it felt like one of those things that you'll see really cheap on Steam. That's like just... that you can tell that there's passion that went into it, but they didn't have the budget for it. Civilization 7... I really don't care about games like this, I'll be honest. This feels like the perfect game to put you to sleep. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. I don't like this art style at all. It looks like a Gameloft thing. Not a Gameloft thing, it looks like a freaking Game Mill. Like where they had the license for it, but they had to make something that looked just a bit off, and this looks a bit off to me. It doesn't look like a cute art style, it looks Uncanny Valley to me. Or it looks like something that would have come out on the Wii. Elden Ring, obviously they've got a new Shadow of the Erdtree thing. Shadow of the Erdtree expansion. Paying extra for an extra gesture, I don't like at all. Why do you need to pay extra for an emote? But I don't know, obviously, because I haven't played Elden Ring. Obviously, a lot of people really love it. A lot of people love FromSoft, and worship the ground that they walk on. To me, Bloodborne is the only game FromSoft have put out that's ever interested me at all, and that was because I bought it off a whim, because I was like, oh, Bloodborne, a lot of people talk about this game. I might as well try it out. It's a tenner. It was a tenner at CEX, and I was like, sure, I'll try it out, and I didn't get on with it at all. And I never felt like going back to it. And it's the same with everything that FromSoft has come out with. It's not because it's hard, it's just everything's so like gothic and neo-noir, and that's not something that I vibe with. It's just this kind of like weird, wants to be a horror game, but also wants to be an action game. And I don't like that every character action game that comes out now tries to copy it. Because it's too slow, it's too cumbersome. And I don't like that it's kind of... I don't like that is what has shaped action games going forward. And I don't like this kind of like slow, methodical, very intentional kind of atmospheric game. It's like, yeah, you can be swept up in the atmosphere of everything, but it doesn't do anything for me, personally. Monster Hunter Wilds, however, this is probably my most anticipated game coming out soon, because obviously the Wolverine game, I'm excited for, but that's not been announced. We don't have a date for that. We don't even have a gameplay trailer or even a real trailer for that. There's obviously some stuff that's been leaked, but I refuse to even look or acknowledge that. Look at or even acknowledge that. But this is something that I want to get into on the ground floor. This probably is a day one purchase for me. Project Z Beyond Border. First person zombie shooter set around World War II. No thank you. Squirrel with a gun. What the hell is even this? What is this? Squirrel with a gun. Don't fuck around. Keep 6 feet away from squirrels at all times. What is this? Why does this look good? Shooter and puzzle platformer? What the hell? This looks horrible and amazing at the same time. I'm not going to buy it, obviously. Until Dawn. Do I want to play an interactive movie? No, I do not. I don't care about games like this. I'm sorry. If you're a fan of it, fine. If not, then that's also fine. But for me personally, doesn't do anything for me. Astrobot, this is definitely a pickup for me. You know, I've been hungry for a 3D platformer for forever. And this looks like it's gonna be like the new answer to... It seems like it's taking a lot of inspiration from Sackboy's Big Adventure, actually. And it seems like this is the new, like, Little Big Planet, and Astro is kind of the new Sackboy in a way. I don't know. Am I the first person to pick up on that? Am I stupid? Am I weird? Am I going insane? Concord, hero shooter. I usually don't care about stuff like this, but this interests me. And it's mainly the characters that interest me. And what a lot of other people are saying about the game kind of looking and feeling like Guardians of the Galaxy. And a lot of people are saying that's a negative. I don't know. £35 is, I think, fine for it. I think any more is a problem, but I think that's fine. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the way the characters are being written. Obviously, that kind of like Marvel style of writing has kind of seeped into everything. And everything that's like a space thing now, that's like a team-based space thing, kind of wants to feel like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's fine. Like, I don't see a problem with it. The main thing is, like, if the game is fun, then sure. Star Wars Outlaws does nothing for me. And I think Story Pack DLCs? What the hell? This is egregious. This is horrific. Star Wars Outlaws Season Pack, Sabak Shark Bundle, Rogue Infiltrator Bundle, First off, having a season pass for a single player game should be criminal, should be outlawed. Ubisoft should be put on trial for that. 3-day early access, horrible. Horrible. The game could be great. I don't have a lot of faith in it. It looks boring to me. But, you know, everything surrounding it, the price of AAA games, I think, is why we're seeing stuff like Helldivers 2, stuff like Multiverses, obviously. I mean, that's a free game. That's like an extreme example. But I think that's why we're seeing more interest in stuff like Concord. We're seeing more interest in stuff like Flintlock, stuff like even Black Myth Wukong in a way. I think that's why we're seeing more interest in stuff like that, and why we're seeing more people shift to AA, and why we're seeing most of the best-selling games, or most of the games that people are sticking to more, are stuff that's AA, because the AAA stuff is just too expensive for a lot of people. Especially with the expense of everything else on the planet at the moment. Just not a lot of people have enough spare cash to drop £60 day one on a Star Wars Outlaws, which doesn't look that great anyway, or on a even a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which a lot of people are really excited for. They see the price and they're like, this is going to have to wait. I think that's what people are seeing, and that's why games like that are kind of dropping and kind of flopping. Not necessarily because they're bad, but because this looks awesome. This looks amazing. Roguelites are slowly becoming my kind of thing. And this looks insane. This looks great. I hope it's not £70. I hope it's not like full price. It's not gonna be. There's no way that's gonna be. Warhammer Space Marine. Warhammer is something that I've never gotten into much. 4-day early unlock. You get DLC, though. I can kind of get behind that. McCragg's Chosen DLC. If that's like extra campaign, but you get that with that. This gives you a 4-day early unlock and a season pass. This gives you an Ultramarines champion pack. Piss off. is all I've got to say. It's not worth it. It's not worth a £25 jump for a season pass and 4 days early unlock. It's not worth £25. It's just not. And then for an extra £10 you get a friggin' pack of skins. Whoop-de-frickin' do. Neither this game looks beautiful. Doesn't have a price. I assume it's not going to be expensive. I assume this is just going to be like a short, cutesy game. That gives me Ori Will o' the Wisp vibes. That's probably the wrong game. It gives me Ori vibes, which is obviously great. Lego Horizon Adventures. This looks great, and this looks like what Lego games should be going forward. When I first saw this, I thought it was going to go further, and I thought it was going to be like a Lego PlayStation game, and I thought we were going to see like Kratos, and we were going to see like Nathan Drake, and we're going to get like Lego versions of like God of War, Uncharted, the whole 9 yards, but just Lego Horizon. If this means we start getting Lego Horizon Zero Dawn sets, or Lego Horizon, or just Lego Horizon sets in general, like we get that freaking Robo T-Rex in the background as a Lego set, because we've already got like the weird like DVD player Brachiosaurus thing. So get more stuff like that as like Lego sets. If this can lead to getting more like PlayStation first party Lego crossover, that's great, because I want friggin' Fenrir from God of War Ragnarok. Obviously I want a Jormungandr Lego set. But like, yeah, just if this can lead to that, then I think that's a net win. And obviously this being a fun game as well. Is it everything on the poster is Lego as well? Other than maybe those mountains in the background. I think, yeah. The mountains in the far background, I mean. But yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. And it's like a top-down kind of dealio. Obviously, they're not showing any pictures, but it's like a top-down kind of thing. Spaceboat, I have no idea what this is. It looks... Oh god, furries are gonna love this. It looks like... Premium Pass? The hell? So this is like a racing game. Kind of thing. Interesting. Or is this like a... You play as Inspector Domino, a space cat detective charged with finding a shape-shifting thief. As an inspector, you'll don your mule, talk to various curious life forms, jot down notes, solve intriguing puzzles, explore a sprawling space cruiser, navigate secret passages in cat form, and touch many things you probably shouldn't. What the hell even is this? It interests me. It looks freaking weird. Also kind of looks like that High on Life that came out a couple years ago. Fishbowl, I have no idea what this is. I miss my friends.studio. What the hell even is this? Is this like a... I think that's like a... inclusivity kind of game. Not my kind of deal, honestly. But sure. There's a lot more to go through. Fear the Spotlight. This is a Blumhouse thing. Obviously, Blumhouse, massive in the movie kind of sphere, but they've come out and they like showed off a thing for several new horror games. Obviously, horror's not my deal, not my shtick, but I mean, it's cool that they had a lot of games to show off. It's cool that they had a lot of stuff to show off. That's like the only thing. That's the only thing, personally. Kingdom Come Deliverance, not my thing. Too big. Too big. For me. Monster Hunter Stories, maybe. Because, like... Oh, it's a turn-based thing. I didn't know that. Okay. Interesting. That may have gone up. Enatoria the Last Song. This is like a... Yeah, this is like a... This is a Souls-like. But I've seen people play the demo of this. And... Yeah. There's a reason why... There's a reason why it didn't show off gameplay at Summer Games Fest. Because it's not good. And like every enemy takes like 300 hits to kill. Horrid. But it's like that and New World Eternium that look exactly the same. That like have very similar kind of styles. Like this is a guy in a mask, this is a guy in a mask. The First Descendant, this is like a new Destiny kind of the answer to Destiny now that Destiny's like not a thing anymore. It's gonna be like a new RPG looter shooter. I mean, if it catches on nearly as much as Destiny did, then I think that's a win. But I don't know if we're just kind of done as like a community, like if we're done as gamers and video game enjoyers, if we're just done with the whole like live service thing in general. Speaking of live service, Valorant, do not care. Honkai Star Rail, do not care. This one, New World Eternium, do not care. Alan Wake 2, I do, kind of. I've played through a bit. I've played through like half of Alan Wake 1. And I've played through most of Control. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to like play this at some point. But also I think I'm going to start blazing through some of these, because some of these are indie stuff that I've just not heard of, and I didn't stay for Day of the Devs because obviously Summer Games Fest, by the time it was Day of the Devs, it was like 12:30 in the morning for me. But yeah, they're adding new stuff to Alan Wake. Well, they've added new stuff to Alan Wake. I think that was available to play on the day of Summer Games Fest. Or like, I think it was available to play yesterday, actually. The finals got a new season. That cool for people that play that. Karma, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is either. A Little to the Left. Another cat game. A Ranger, a role-puzzling adventure. I don't know what that is. Cult of the Lamb, that's getting an expansion or something. Fine. The Talos Principle 2. Magical Bakery, Albatross. I'm just going to start skipping over the stuff that I didn't stay for. Discount E, Pettit Island, Caravan Sandwich. I don't know what any of these are. Astor, Blade and Monolith. I don't know what that is, honestly. Read Only Memories, Neurodiver. Saviorless, Deathbound, Sunnyside. Tales of the... Oh, this is the like, Sims Lord of the Rings game. Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game. I don't really care. Something like that. It's not my kind of thing, obviously. Parcel Corps, Dredge, obviously something that I've seen a lot about, and I kind of am interested in it, but I don't know. Nobody Wants to Die. I guess that's true. Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. I don't like that art style at all. The Relic, First Guardian. Sure. Rusty Rabbit. That sounds phallic. Goat Simulator 3, they're still making these. Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream. That just sounds like, you know, your dad goes out for milk and then he comes back and you're like, Eric's home. That's a horrible joke. Run from Mummies. A new Dragon Age. This interests me a lot. I freaking loved Inquisition. I love Dragon Age Inquisition. If this is anything like that, it seems to be like the same cast. So if this is anything like that, I'm interested, obviously. Casting Frank Stone, I don't know what this is. Eternal Strands, I don't really know what this is either. Dustborn, Mandragora, or Dragora, don't know what that is. Fallout 76, America's Playground. I don't think I'll be playing this, but I did finish the Fallout show, and it's fantastic. So that might get me into playing Fallout, but I've heard, from what I've heard of people who've watched the show and played the games, is that the games in the show very different. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. This is like a Western Persona. So like a Western turn-based RPG. I'm glad stuff like this is being made still. And obviously it's 100% my kind of thing. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, probably won't play it. just gonna be honest, I probably won't play it. Sea of Thieves, do not care. Elder Scrolls Online, do not care. Copper City, First Football Tycoon, do not care. Just gonna be completely honest, do not care. Killing Floor 3, never. I don't think I saw this. Neither did I see Steel Seed. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. Another character action game. Yeah, I think I did see that. Interesting. Life is Strange. I did see the thing of this, and what the actual hell? The Ultimate Edition includes 5 extra outfit packs and exclusive cat content. Piss off. Why is that the only option? Square Enix, you were once my favourite gaming company, and now you're just kind of a joke. I'm sorry, but it's true. Square Enix went from greatness to horrible when there's a matter of like a couple years. Citizen Sleeper, I don't know what this is. Unbeatable again, don't know what this is. Cat Quest 3? What? How does this get 3 games and we never heard of it? That's not English. Me having never heard of it. Still Wakes the Deep. This looks like, again, a weird thing. Island of Winds. Yeah, this is another weird thing I didn't see anything of. Is that Morgan Freeman? I don't know. I think that was probably shown off at the Ubisoft show. Is Avatar getting a get 2 upcoming story packs? Why is that 114? But yeah, this is getting an expansion, isn't it? Skybreaker yesterday. Yeah, it's getting an expansion. This I don't know. Monopoly is getting a freaking game. It's getting like a full game. And it's a Ubisoft thing. Yeah, Ubisoft. This looks interesting because it's like a proper, like, Monopoly board. It's American Monopoly, though. Yeah, obviously, Ubisoft is... I assume there's going to be an option to change it between American Monopoly and British Monopoly. There's probably, like, Chinese Monopoly and, like, stuff like that as well. So I assume there's going to be an option to change it by your country. But yeah, if that is anything over £15, there's a problem. Anno Pax Romana. Is that, if that's all we have, then I don't know yet. X Defiant I have. If this is getting... I know I've done a lot of... I was getting new faction. I know I've done a lot of slating of these kind of military shooters. But X Defiant was free, so I had to check it out. I haven't even played it yet. Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is interesting because it's like a ninja, the ninja and the samurai. Like, you've got the... So this looks interesting to me, but that is stupid. And again, this kind of like 3 days early thing. Like paying extra to get 3 days early and a season pass and as... Why are games doing this? Why are games doing this? Having a season pass in a single player game. Why? Don't do it. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. This video is an hour long. I talked about Avatar. Just Dance 2024 edition. I wish I could... I don't care because all of the music that's going to be on this, apart from maybe the Disney stuff and maybe 2000s, all of the free... Oh, standard edition... Oh, standard edition $24.99. Yeah, sure, okay. And this is a freaking... Oh, that's Ubisoft original. Get out. Dance to Titi Mi Pregunto by Bad Bunny and After Party by Banks and Ranks featuring Zach Zoa. Or Zoya. Who the fuck? New player experience. Dance to Titi Mi Pregunto. What the fuck is Titi Mi Pregunto? And then Rocksmith, who's become a guitarist. And this is kind of cooler than fucking Titi Mi Pregunto. But Just Dance should go the way of the dodo, I think. These kind of games. Who's still playing Just Dance? It's got to be like little kids. Like, if you're still playing Just Dance in 2024, if you are excited for the new Just Dance, you are a little kid, or you are interested in little kids. You know, I don't even know. You probably own like a youth cafe or something. That's all I can think. These are the kind of games that you only see at like a youth center now. I don't mean like freaking prison, like youth prison. I mean like these are the kind of things that you only see like a like thing for kids that's run by a church or something, or like a Zumba class. It's used as like a fitness thing for old people. That's probably what it's used for. You got frickin' Nana Pat dancing to Titi Mi Pregunto. Fucking hell. That's horror. What two fucking games to end on, right? What a freaking shit show to end on. Stuff that I'm most excited for, I can't remember. Obviously the new Sonic, I'm pretty excited for. The Power Rangers game wasn't on there. I think that's a PC thing. It's like Steam only. Which, I mean, yeah, sure. I'm getting a PC soon I'm getting a gaming PC soon anyway. So I'll probably boot that up. I know Vampire Survivors is coming to PlayStation pretty soon. Like this year. So I'm excited for that. I don't know when the official release date for that is going to be. I don't know when we can start buying that, because that's like a day one thing for me. I've already dropped 60-70 hours on it, probably over 100 hours on it on my laptop, and I've been playing it on my phone a little as well. So yeah, that game coming to PlayStation is like the most exciting thing of the year for me. Outside of that, a lot of the stuff that was shown, yeah, there's not a lot here that I'm super excited for, outside of maybe Concord, Astrobot, yeah, sure. Horizon Adventures, I'm kind of excited for, and like Dragon Age, new Dragon Age is always exciting for me, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's just piquing my interest. There's not a lot of stuff that was announced that's like, I want to play that right now, apart from that Power Rangers thing, but obviously that's not a PlayStation thing yet. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out that is interesting for a lot of people. And there's a lot of stuff that's coming out that is interesting. I think interesting is the best word to describe the slate of games coming out later this year. I don't know if like exciting is the right word. Exciting for Xbox players, definitely. Your Xbox players are eating right now because you get a lot of this stuff on Game Pass, so you don't really need to worry about like paying for the games. Obviously, well, paying for Game Pass, you need to worry about paying for Game Pass, but you don't need to worry about, you can just jump into these games day one and just kind of have fun with them. Whereas with me, it's like a decision of, should I buy this or should I buy like a week shopping? But yeah, I'm excited for some stuff and I'm interested about most of the stuff. There's very little here that looks outright bad. Only that one like Souls-like. Everything else is either not for me personally, or looks like something that is for me. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's just a lot of stuff coming out. So there's something for everyone coming out soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. And let me know in the comments below what you're most excited for as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.